Thanks. All right. How y'all doing tonight?
Doing good.
All right. I'm a little nervous.
Don't be.
Niggers. I hope you burn them across. These nasty comments were spewed at a friend and I on the walk home from school from an older white boy. I was a small 6th grader, and the boy was a towering 8th grader. This particular boy taunted me at school, but I learned how to avoid him. In that moment, my mind went blank. I tried to comprehend what was happening. My friend didn't say a word either. We looked at each other and ran home. I wrote down all the things this boy had just said to me, and I gave it to my stepdad. I couldn't manage to say them out loud. Until the following day, I had never been called into the office before in my life. My parents had informed the school about what had happened to me. I remember how angry and appalled they were. I was called in during class. Mr. Neal, the vice principal, was a black man in his late 20s or early 30s. His voice shook with rage as he demanded an apology from this boy who now couldn't look me in the face. Funny how that works, huh? It wasn't long before Mr. Neal said to me, "You can go back to class now," and continued to punish the big bully. This 12-year-old girl was walking out of the door from judgment all too familiar. I had seen this kind of racism before. "You're not black and white, you would be gray. You're a yellow." I wasn't black enough in the eyes of black kids on my elementary school bus in Newport News, Virginia. Why wasn't I black enough? Why couldn't they identify with me the way that I identified with them? In the mind of a 9-year-old, I simply wondered why I was different. There was only 2 white kids on the bus. There was a boy who liked to twist his fingers backwards so everyone thought he was cool, and a girl named Rebecca who liked to wear her puffer jacket with fur around the hood. She was one of 2 white kids on the entire bus, and she fit in more than I did. During this particular school year, I tested into higher level classes. And then, like that, I was the only black girl in my class. I was friends with a few of the girls, but never really felt like I was part of the group. I felt like the token, the black girl, that black one. I was stuck in the battle that disallowed me to fit in with neither the black kids nor the white kids. I felt like an abomination. A skinny, pale girl named Melanie was a classmate of mine. Her favorite shirt to wear was a shirt that said, "Blue eyes and blonde hair." She had long, fine, golden hair. I remember vividly trying to argue with her the day that she called my hair short by pulling down one of my curls and stretch it down my back to prove my hair was just as long as hers. This is when I entered my box, with sides built from judgment from all the kids who made me feel as if I were too different to fit in. I gave them the power to construct it and throw me in. My mother is white and my biological dad is black, but he was never around. For many years, I was raised solely by my mother and my white side of the family. The first years of my life weren't surrounded by black culture at all, but as a young kid, I didn't know any differently. I didn't know I was black. At the end of middle school, I heard things like, "You're pretty for a black girl," and "Can I touch your hair?" instead of the questioning of my ethnicity. I had friends who were black, white, Asian, Hispanic, and I felt like I fit in well. But so often did the comments make this 14-year-old girl self-conscious, self-doubting, and self-loathing. I just wanted to be pretty, with no exception. I am not my hair, I am the soul that lives within. Looking back, I wish I had heard this song my freshman year of high school. Entering high school as a freshman cheerleader, I felt the need to straighten my hair. It was too poofy when it was curly, the white girl said. It didn't work for the cheer hairstyles. In the classroom, I already stood out in my uniform. I couldn't take the chance of looking like I just got electrocuted, especially because I'd be performing in front of the whole school at pep rallies and games. To add, my closest friends were white. I just wanted my hair to be as slick as theirs. Eventually, I damaged my hair so much it didn't look good, curly or straight. It was once luscious, long, and curly, and now it was thin, short, and the ends of the curls were straight and dead, and it no longer stretched down my back. My parents often took away my flat iron from me as a sort of grounding. Have you ever heard of such a thing? I was a good kid, I just wasn't good to my hair. To the others watching me, I was whitewashed. I didn't talk black, I didn't act black, and all my friends were white. By this time, I was 15. I was living in a box trying to climb out with a ladder built from pleasing others. I even recall the mother of my best friend at the time touching my hair every time I came over to sleep and call me exotic. The word exotic is normally used for something foreign or unknown. Did my hair really make me that different? One day I was looking at pictures of myself and saw how progressively worse my hair looked. That was the point I realized all of the years I had been striving to prove to others that my beauty was real, that I was black enough, that I was white enough, that I had good hair. Somewhere along the way, the line between proving myself to others and proving my beauty to myself blurred. There were friends I had that would preach to me about having natural hair that didn't practice it themselves, so I had to learn on my own. It began with doing away with the flat iron and cutting off all the dead ends. I nurtured my hair with every deep conditioner I could find. I did hot oil treatments and performed regular split-end trims. I didn't put any heat on my hair for a year. Once I did this, I began to love my hair, my skin, and who I was. This self-confidence attracted others to me, and suddenly I heard things like, "You're so pretty, and your hair is beautiful, and I wish I looked like you." If you love yourself, others will too. The teenage me took a huge leap in life with that epiphany. I wasn't my hair, my skin, or the way that I talked. The judgment in my life has been similar to that in India Ary's life, the girls snickering behind my back because I wasn't like them. For those years of my life, I felt as if I didn't have an identity. I wanted to be whatever someone else wanted me to be because I thought me wasn't good enough. I was judged constantly for what I did or didn't have, even though these peoples were strangers to me. My box enclosed my identity and suppressed my potential. As I got older and gained my confidence, I rose above. I embrace who I am and where I came from. I am the soul that lives within. When faced with these comments now, this 19-year-old girl simply smiles, shakes her head, because I know they wish they had curly hair just like me.